So hello, how are you? Welcome. It's been a time again. Happy December. Time is just flying by so quickly. I just feel like I need to slow everything down really at the moment. Nearly Christmas, suddenly. It didn't seem long ago I was saying it's too early for this and too early for these decorations, and now suddenly it's Christmas, very nearly. And yes, I'm looking forward to the build-up now. We have been so busy packing all of the Christmas boxes, and they are all packaged up now. All the overseas ones have gone to the post office and they'll be with you soon, and we hope you love them. Thank you for all your lovely messages for the our weekly yarn advents and stitch advents. So happy that they are bringing you joy. We're really happy. We do take a long time putting this together for you, and it's just lovely to know that all around the world really you're opening these boxes and that we're part of your December and Christmas. Just a quick note actually on the if you're one of our lovely Canadian customers, all of your boxes are packaged up, created, ready to go. It's just that we can't ship them to you at the moment. Many of you had already received your advents, but your Christmas Eve boxes, we can't ship them because the post office won't accept them due to the strike that's going on. But we are checking the website to see what's happening every morning, and as soon as we can put them in the post to you, they will be on their way. Typically, parcels have been taking around 7 working days roughly to get to Canada, so fingers crossed you'll get them in time for Christmas. But yes, we've been busy packaging them. We had 4 different Christmas Eve boxes, so yeah, we hope you love them. So I have been so busy but managed to find a little bit of time of an evening to do stitching. The problem is by the time I get to sit down, I'm so tired, and then my eyes don't seem to sort of focus, so I haven't got a whole lot done. But I've come back to do a little bit more of this. There's only a few lines that I had to finish. This is part of my herbarium quilt, so that's the next part to add on to the others that I've got here. And I've also stitched this little one which I've started, which was a white rock daisy, which is a little flower that I haven't quite finished it, which was a little flower that I used to see when I used to go on holiday down in France, and it's sort of native just along the coast here in Devon. I'm going to put some words and stitching around that, but these will all eventually sort of fit together to make a lovely quilt. That is my plan. This is one that, if you're one of our patrons, I've shared that with you on Patreon. We're also just about to put a little simple sort of Christmassy stitch up for you. So that's all I've really had time to do, along with some other little sort of Christmassy stitching bits and pieces that I've been doing. So I thought I would bring you up to date with some of the things that are in the shop and some new things that we've got coming in. Thank you so much if you have ordered our Legend of Winter Hare, which is a focus on Edward the Hare. It's a little box that comes as a yarn box and a stitching box that come with a little short narrative introducing you to, well, you may have already met Edward Hare if you've had one of our Foxglove boxes. Do apologise if you've got one of our Foxglove weekly advents if the starlings are misbehaving. There's nothing I can do about that. They were misbehaving here before they went. So you may have met Edward. By the way, if you thought you got away with weather news, being British, always something about the weather. We have had the most unbelievable wind here in Devon. Well, for us, there were wind speeds up to, let me think. I think here it reached about 70 miles an hour, but just in North Devon it was about 90, which is super windy for us. And my poor birds, I've got doves in the back garden as well, and they were, they had a job yesterday. Every now and then they would appear when it was, the wind had died down a little bit. Still windy today, but nowhere near as bad. And the clematis that my sparrows are in nearly came down yesterday, so there was an emergency. My husband was out there in literally gale force winds trying to save the little hedge that our sparrows live in, because there's masses of them in there, absolutely masses. I mean, it's hanging by a thread, but it's still there. But once these winds are out the way, we'll try and do something a bit more permanent. But there you are, just in case you thought you got away with weather news, you have not. Also, I've just finished reading my Middlemarch book, which I absolutely loved. And I read it years and years ago, actually, when I was, it was one of my books I studied. It's amazing how you forget the story. Absolutely captivating. So I've just finished that, and I've just started to read Daughters-in-Law by Joanna Trollope, which is a completely different book, which is nice actually. So, slight weather diversion. Let me show you the yarns that are in the shop. So the Legend of Winter Hair, that's in the shop. We are very nearly at capacity, especially with the stitch ones, because they come with a drawstring pouch, and that's a lot of drawstring pouches I'm making. So I wanted to show you some of the yarn that's in the shop. So these are yarns, they're not boxes, they're just yarns, although some of them are available with box pouches. So this is a colourway from last year that we originally had available with a box pouch in DPN, and this is called Winter Wonderland. And I have literally got one with a box pouch in DPN, otherwise we have dyed up quite a few of them, just a sock set. So that's Winter Wonderland. We have got this is Liberty Quilting Cotton. And there's also this was the colourway we did last year for Christmas cast on, which was super popular. So we have dyed up quite a few of these. These are all in the shop now, and I have managed to make 2 with box pouches. So last year this came with, again, it came with DPNs. I just haven't had time to do those, but I found enough fabric to make 2 box pouches, but there are probably some of them still in the shop on their own. That's if you want those sock sets. Also, not Christmassy, this was one of our Inspired by Liberty sock sets, but I actually think that's really Christmassy. And again, there is, I do have some more of this fabric, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to make them up. So there is one available with a box pouch, but there are a few of these on their own. So we've also dyed up some of the favourites from last year. This is Gemstones, which is like lovely amethyst and pops of green, powder blues going through to teals, and that is available on sock and DK. That's so scrumptious and squishy. And also Visions of Sugar Plums, which is like lovely deep rose pinks with touches of sort of orange going through to dark teal. So they are all in the shop, all ready to ship, and there are a couple of bags. I've made an extra few of these, but these were originally our autumn bags, but I also think they're beautiful, absolutely lovely for Christmas. So there's a few of the bags in the shop too. One thing that I just wanted to say actually, a note is that there is a note on the website, but you may not have seen it there. And I know I've had some messages over the weekend from our lovely customers in Europe and Northern Ireland who have been trying to order as usual and aren't able to. And that's because we've had to temporarily suspend shipping on all orders at the moment to Europe and Northern Ireland because of Brexit. Don't get me started on that. Ramifications. There are some new EU restrictions, if you like, that it's very difficult for us as a small company at the moment to immediately implement. So whilst we're hoping for a fairly speedy way around that, at the moment we can't ship to Europe or Northern Ireland. I'm really sorry. And if you have ordered if you've got one of our boxes on pre-order, we are doing our utmost to get them out to you within the next 2 or 3 days, really, so that we fall within that. I think they come into effect on the 13th of December. But we need your parcels to be in the system by then. So apologies if you can't place your normal order, but we hope you will soon. New for 2025. We're super excited about this. So this was a sock set that we did last year, the one that I've just showed you, which is inspired by Liberty. And it was literally some beautiful fabric that we had, Liberty Tannerlawn, that inspired some colourways. Sorry, this colourway. And it was so popular, and we thought about it, and we thought, that's got to be the Minis Club next year. So our new Liberty, inspired by Liberty Minis Club, is now in the shop to order. And each month there'll be a different fabric that we choose that will inspire the yarn. We are also hoping to do some threads inspired by the same fabric, but we're hoping to get them in the shop, but not just yet. But if you are a stitcher, that's something we're hoping is going to be available too. So not this one, but very similar to this. It's going to be a double sock set and a little box pouch. It won't always be a box pouch, but there will always be something made from the Liberty fabric that has inspired the colourway. I hope that makes sense. So also, because we had quite a few people asking for double knit, so this club is also going to be available for you on sock, which this is, and double knit. That will be available throughout the year, so that if you start collecting it, you will always be able to get double knit, and you will always be able to get sock. I've got so many knitting plans myself. I had an email through this morning from, it was Helen Stewart, who her knit vent patterns, and I think it was 2 for 1. I don't know if I was reading today's email or yesterday's, but I'm going to go on there later and see if I can get a couple of her lovely patterns and get casting on, because I'm itching to do some knitting. And like I said, by the time I actually get to sit down, I'm so tired, so I can't follow a pattern, which is one of the reasons why I love stitching so much. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to over the Christmas time doing that. So this is a fabric that's inspiring the first Minis Club, and this is the Botanist Journey. So this is Liberty Tannerlawn, and this is part of the curated floral, which is a new range that they're doing, a new collection that they're doing. And as you can see, there's Bougainvillea, Aquilegia, Veronica. It's just scrumptious. So basically the Minis Club will be these colours translated into minis, and as I said, hopefully if we can get some threads done as well, there will be threads in these colours too, available separately. Yeah, so I hope you love it. It's going to be gorgeous. I just couldn't resist this fabric. So gorgeous. And another very exciting product, which has just gone in the shop now, available to order, is our Floral Edit Valentine's box. And this also is going to have a beautiful Liberty, I think this is called Floral Eve. This is part of Liberty's classic collection, again in Tannerlawn. And for the box, there are 2 boxes available. The yarn box, which is 100 gram skein, 6 20 gram minis, and that comes with a box pouch, and a little St Evelle candle, tea light candle, which you may have got in some of our Christmas Eve boxes. I shouldn't have told you that. Anyway, they're beautiful, they're absolutely gorgeous, and they smell heavenly, and they burn for ages. And a lovely French soap and a little handmade progress keeper. So this is our Valentine's box. This is in the shop to order now, and there will also be a little stitch box which will come with 5 3 gram hand-dyed threads on our BFL silk base, along with a little box pouch and a simple pattern. So that is to celebrate love, really, rather than Valentine's, but it's a Valentine's box, and that will ship in January, and it's available in the shop to order now. So do let me know what you're up to. I think I've had some lovely messages lately about slow stitching and stitching and knitting, and what it means to us, really, and the lovely little community that is out there of stitchers and knitters. So do let me know what you're up to, what you're making, because that community is kind of one of the reasons I make these little videos, because I think I get so many little messages sent through following these videos, and how you've either started doing slow stitching again, or how you were reminded. I've had a lovely message the other day on one of the videos from a lady who's had some of her grandmother's things that she was incorporating into stitching, and I just think it's just such a lovely community. So let me know what you're up to. Also, I've asked this question before, but I would really like to know whether or not you love the boxes to be a surprise, or whether you like to be shown a little bit more. Do you like to see the fabric, or do you like it to be a complete surprise? Because I'd love to know. Also, thank you so much if you subscribe to our Snowdrop newsletter. Where is it, you're thinking? Well, to be honest, I got most of it ready, but it wasn't quite ready to go, and I have just been so busy that it's quite a time-consuming thing to do, and it's not ready to go yet, but it will be very soon. I've had a huge amount of people subscribe to it and thinking, where is it? Where's our Snowdrop newsletter? But it will be on its way to you soon. So anyway, let me know what you're up to, what you're reading, what you're watching. We're actually visiting our son over Christmas, which I cannot wait for. I have 2 little grandchildren. So anyway, let me know what you're watching, and yeah, I'd just like to catch up with you. So, wishing you a very happy Christmas. I'm hoping to make another video before Christmas, but just in case I don't, wishing you a very happy Christmas, and I hope that you have a lovely time, whether you are getting together with family and friends, or whether you are having a fairly quiet Christmas. I just hope that you have lovely time, and time for creating and relaxing. And thank you for watching the video.